Okay, I see here. We have the Venture Rewards card from Capital One. Looks like it's 13.9 to 20.9 a year for the interest rate. And it looks like they have $2 per mile. I mean, 2 per mile. Yeah, 2 miles per dollar for your air miles rewards. That's pretty good. But it has an annual fee here, so that's not that great. We have here Miles by Discover card. Next here we have the Miles by Discover card. And I see that has no annual fee. That's really good. We have 11 to 21% interest rate. It's kind of high. And for air miles here we have from 1 per dollar to 2 per dollar. Okay, so we have a variable there. Here for our US Bank Cash Plus Visa card, it's 14 to 24% interest rate. And we get 1 to 5% cash back. So that's pretty good. I like that. And there's no annual fee here. The interest rate is like higher than what we would get here, but we get cash back instead of air miles. Okay. Here we have the American Express Green Card. This one has an annual fee. We don't know what the interest rate is. And we get points for select merchants. So instead of, the great rewards for anybody, we get 1 per dollar to 3 per dollar for merchants. Excuse me. Looks like there's going to be an annual fee for this card. Okay. Here we have the Sovereign Bank credit card with World Points. It doesn't have an annual fee here. And it's from 13 to 21% interest rate. And we get 1 point per dollar. But we don't know what the points are for either. Okay. Here I have a Visa Classic. No annual fee with a lower interest rate because it's 7.25 or 7.25 to 13.25%. That's really good. But there's no rewards. No annual fee. And a lower interest rate, but no rewards. Okay, this is something to keep in mind though, because the lower interest rate is really good. Okay. Here we have the US Bank Flex Perks Travel Rewards Visa. Still a pretty high interest rate and points for travel. Okay. It's going to be an annual fee and our interest rate is not low. Okay. Union Bank American Express card. Well, I see there's no annual fee. It looks like we get 1 to 2% for gas cash back, but not anything else. And our interest rate is 14 to 20%, which is pretty high. I don't think that's not low to me. I don't know. But we do have a no annual fee and cash back on gas for gas. I don't know. Here we have the Visa Signature card, and it's a no annual fee here. We have our interest rate is from 10 to 21%, which is kind of starting lower than the others. That's not that bad. And our cash back is 1% for reward. That's pretty good too. So I would still consider this one. I have here USA cash rewards from American Express. And it says you can get more points or cash back right here, but here I see it's cash back from 1.25 to 2.25, which is not that bad, but it's for gas. And then we have 10% to 26% variable interest rate. That's really high, 26%. I would never want a card that's high. That is that high, so I don't know. I think that one's pretty much out. You know, it starts low. I mean, 26%, that's really high. I have here Amazing Cash. just all of these look good over here, and then you come over here and it's 11 and a quarter to 18 and a quarter, just not that great. And then we have 1% cash back, okay? Special connections, 5 points per dollar in gas, 10 and a quarter, and 20 to 20 and a quarter interest rate, and points from 1 to 3 per dollar for merchants, select merchants. Okay, that whole select merchants thing I'm not great with, because what if I don't like any of the merchants that they have? So I kind of like to have points for any merchant. Union Bank Graphite American Express card, 3% cash back on airlines. Okay, so for airline tickets, well, 3% cash back. If I traveled a lot, airline tickets would be really good, but I travel maybe once every 10 years, so it's not so great for me. By plane anyway. Here we have 14 to 20% interest rate. That's not low, okay, but there's no annual fee. We have Amazing Rewards card here. Looks like it's 11 and a quarter to 18 and a quarter with 1 point per dollar. For what though? 1 point per dollar towards what? So that one I'm not too sure. That 18 and a quarter is pretty high. So I'm just going to scroll down here for the interest rates, because I'm looking and I wouldn't even get any of these at, 10% higher. I mean, that's really high. This one has an annual fee, or else that wouldn't be that bad. And then we got air miles over there. Here we have cash back, which is better for me. No annual fee and rewards, and it's 10 to 21%. That's not that bad. Do we have any lower interest rates? I guess these are all pretty much about the same. So really what I would be looking for is something like this, where I have a 9 and a quarter, 15 and a quarter interest rate, cash back, because that's what I like, and no annual fee. So this would be perfect. Just wish I could get this cash back up, 3% maybe. Let's see what we've got down here, but this is not that bad. 9 and a quarter, 15 and a quarter interest rate. So let's see if I can beat that interest rate or match it with a better cash back reward. I don't see. Let's see. That's for the select merchants. Okay, select merchants. Cash out select merchants, right? Rotating categories. Okay. That might be interesting. 11 to 21% goes pretty high. No annual fee. So let's see what else for cashback we have here. Select merchants. This one here has 15% interest rate and 1 point per dollar. But it also has an annual fee. Boo, I don't like that one. Okay, this one has no rewards, but 10 to 21%, but still it's pretty high, even for a no rewards card. I mean, it's same with this one, but even less. Here, you see this one says rewards bonuses, but it says nothing of no rewards up here, so I'm not sure which one that is. Looking for a cash back. 1 and a quarter. I like that. 26% interest rate. That's high. That's high. I can't even look at that one. Okay. We may be going back up soon because I'm looking for cash back. And I don't really see any down here. So let's go back up. It's not that bad. Okay. So that's 14 and a quarter. And no rewards here. It's still pretty high on me for no rewards card. Because look, 15 for no rewards. It's usually going to be charge cards, not a credit card. So that's why that's not. And actually, these are pretty good cards except for the annual fee. But here you get from $1 to $10 reward points for select merchants. Okay. Alright, but anyway, we're looking here for cashback and interest rate. Okay. Yeah, 26%. I'm not good with that one, so I'm gonna keep it moving. Wow. Nobody likes to give cash back. Selected merchants, something like that. Just for everybody. Rotating categories. That one was interesting. With no annual fee, but 10 to 20. Okay, so let's look here. Select merchants, something like that. Discover more card. That's where we're at. For select merchants. Select merchants here again. For travel. Oh, dang. 25%. No, can't do that. 20%. 1%. And then it has an annual fee. I can't do that. This is the one we're going to do right here. I believe this is the cheapest. And quarter 15 and a quarter with 1% cash back. Even though that's not great, it's something. It has no annual fee and a lower interest rate. So I believe we're going to go with the Visa Gold unless we can beat 9 and a quarter with 1% cash back and no annual fee. See, here it goes lower on the interest rate, but it has no rewards. That one's also a possibility just because of low interest rate, because 1% cash back, that's not going to end up being too much. So I might be looking at this one too. So Visa Gold right here. And amazing rate. Okay, those are two I'm looking at. Oh, here, look at this one. Oh, I like the Gymboree Visa, which is better than, I don't know, both of these are, oh yeah, it's better than this one, right? And quarter 15 and quarter, because the Gymboree is, oh no, it's not, okay, it's not, it's best. Let's see, we have a lower one than 21%, 1.5%. Okay, 0.5% is not worth it for airline tickets. Okay. 18. Okay. It goes up to 26%, 21%. 13 and a quarter, no rewards. I see that here. 25%. Alright, so we're going to go down because the one that we like that we saw is either the Visa Signature. No, that one's too high. This one right here. Amazing rate, or amazing rate, no rewards, 9 and a quarter to 12 and a quarter. Or Visa Gold, 9 and a quarter, 15 and a quarter, 1% cash back. So that's the one I would go with. Visa Gold. That is my selection.